How are we doing, class? Today we're going to take a few minutes to learn how to use our Google Sheets that we've been using all year long to do some graphing. So first thing I want to do is I want to open up my Google Sheets and I want to collect some data. And earlier today I went out in my garage and I was looking for the different kinds of balls that I have out in the garage. So if we take a look at some of the pictures I have here. So first off, I have this bouncy ball. So back in Google Sheets, I'm going to type in this top column, types of balls. And my first kind that I have is bouncy. And I only had one of those. And at the top of this column here, I want to make sure and write down what those numbers stand for. So this is number of balls. Okay. And then we go back to my pictures. So there you can see the bouncy ball. I also had some tennis balls and I took the picture and then I counted. There were 11 tennis balls in there. So back on this page, tennis balls, 11. Okay. Go back to my data collection. I've got some basketball here and I've got some soccer balls. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 basketballs and 1, 2 soccer balls. So back in my sheets, basketball 4. And soccer, I've got 2 soccer balls. All right, so now here is where we can take this data and do something with it now. If I click and drag down to highlight that all in that light blue color, so types of ball, number of balls, bouncy, tennis, basketball, soccer, and all the numbers over here are all highlighted. Then I go to my toolbar on the top and I go all the way across down towards the end. You can see there's a box that looks kind of like a bar graph that we've been working on. And if you hold the hand there, it says insert chart underneath it. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. All right, and it brings up a menu over on the side here, and I can choose the kind of graph that I want to have. We're not doing pie charts. We want to pick one of the 2 bar graphs that we're working on, so we can do a horizontal one that goes side to side, or we can pick the vertical that goes up and down. Now what I want to point out here is that since I put those titles at the tops of the 2 columns right here, the types of balls and the number of balls, those show up now in my graph. So here are my types of balls: bouncy ball, tennis ball, basketball, soccer, and then the number of balls over here, and we've got our numbers, and it even names it for us, the number of balls versus the types of balls that there are. And looking at this graph now, we can answer some questions. Which type of ball do we have the most of? You can see the tennis ball, there's the most. How many more basketballs are there than soccer balls? Well, basketball goes up to 4, soccer ball goes up to 2. So 4 take away 2, there are 2 more basketballs than there are soccer balls. What's the least number of balls that we have? 1 in bouncy ball. We can figure out the total. There's all sorts of things that we can do. Once you've got this, we can go back over here and right there, we can X that out. And now we've just got our data table and our graph. If we click and get the blue, we can move the graph around so it's not right on top of that. And then you'll be able to send that to me. So collect some information, label your titles. What does this first column stand for? What does this second column stand for? Type in your 2, or fill in the rest of those columns. Highlight it. Go to the chart over at the top, insert chart, and you should be able to make yourself a bar graph. Send that to me when you're done. Can't wait to see what they look like.